Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do graphics on the Tricaster Mini. This is something we've changed up a little bit, and I've figured out some more stuff about the LiveText that makes it easier. So we're going to go to our sports, general sports. Let's go to our graphics, and then let's just create a new one. I'm going to call this one testing. So a lot of these other ones have scoreboards that have properly placed graphics. You can save yourself a lot of time. A lot of stuff is on Collinsville. I'm gonna try to find a way to rename Collinsville to like general or something. And I have girls soccer and boys volleyball. Let's start this testing scoreboard. So our first step, once we get into here, we need to import the graphics. We go up here and we need to open. So what we need to do is I need to find, so I plugged in a flash drive. I find flash drives the easiest way to just transport graphics. And I clicked on my flash drive, but my files aren't appearing. So what you have to do is you have to go down here. I hope this is all showing up on this camera. What you have to do, you have to go down here to this, and then you'll see, oh, here are all my graphics. And everybody will steal your flash drives if you just leave them in there. So what I do is I copy your .png files, go to D, created. This folder's a mess, I need to clean it up. Let's create a new, right click, new folder. Let's name the folder testing. So we're gonna go here, right click, paste, and then boom, all my graphics are in here. So this is today we have a O'Fallon Township soccer game, so I'm gonna import that. And then once we click open on that, you'll see up here, whoa, that's a graphic. Okay, so now what we need to do, we go over here to the text tool, we go right here, and we need to select our font. So I'm gonna go down here, and I will select Manila Sans Bold. That's what I've been using recently. Kind of like the font, but I don't know. So for this one, we just need to make it 1, and then you say, oh, that's too big, but we want it to be straight. So always just have somebody check your graphics and make sure they're straight, because it's really annoying if your graphics are just off. We need to make another one for our clock here. So over here, select that text tool, come back over here. We need to go, let's say, because it's soccer, so I think they have 55-minute halves, so you need that full 4 digits, but that's too big, so you gotta size it down, put it like right there. I like that right there. And then we need to do our scores. So let's do 88, because I think it's like the widest number. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but it's what I like to use. And then what you can do is you have these guides. So the guides will help you keep everything lined up. So as you see, it kind of snaps to that. So we're gonna put one down right there. I think I like where that's at. And we're gonna Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, and then boom, we have a second one. And if you take this guide away, they're lined up perfectly. Isn't that nice? Okay, and that is our scoreboard graphic. But what we have to do, we have to go up here, File, Export Current Page. Then we need to go down here. We're still in this testing. Okay, focus for me. We're still on this testing folder. But what we need to do is we need to save this as a title page. So we're gonna name this OTHS Scoreboard Test. So we're gonna export that. And then we need to make more graphics. So what we're gonna go over here. We're gonna select, if you do that, it'll just create another page. Go back down, I'll go over here, up to File, Open. Actually, I think we can just do add files, and then this little window will pop up. What we did, where we saved it before, was we go to D, created, and then the folder I created was testing. I saved all my PNGs in here earlier. So this is the CGXML title page that I just exported about a minute ago, but we need to get that final graphic. let's start off with the final. And this one pretty simple. Let me adjust this tripod. Basically the same thing. Go over here, click the text tool, have your Manila Sans enabled, and you click right here. Let's go 88 again, just because it works well. I'll say I like it a little bit bigger than that. And what we need to do to make sure it's straight, we take this ruler, we pull it out like this, and if you see, it locks to it, which makes it easier to line everything up. You've got one there, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, drag that down, and boom, you've got a second little graphic. I wouldn't say these are even perfect, but what you always do is you have somebody else who's at the live stream. Sorry, getting a drink. Just check and make sure they're straight, because sometimes you're staring at something for too long and you can't tell anymore. So now to do our halftime graphic, I'm gonna go up here, go to the final, and then what you can do is you see this button up here that says clone, and then boom, there's an exact copy right here. So we're gonna take this, press delete, and you see the text boxes are still here. We'll go up here, add files. I showed you how to do this earlier, so it should be good. Testing, and then you have to change it to this little period. And then it says halftime. But oh no, the graphic is on top. So what we do is we go over to arrange over here and we click backward. And sometimes you have to click it a couple times. If I go forward, it'll look like that. If I go backward, it'll look like that. And it just pushes the graphic behind the text boxes, which is what you want. So we're gonna go text. We're gonna create because I like to put the how much time there is remaining down here. So we're gonna do 88 again. And you should be mindful, sometimes you only need a 888 and not a full 88. For soccer, I think we do need that full thing right there. Just try to look at it. I would say that looks pretty straight, so that's good. And we're gonna export it. So export, export current page as halftime testing, and then we need to go over here and do the final. Export page as final testing. Okay, and then we're good. And over here you could also do some motion stuff, which we don't use. And then also if you wanted to add an edge, so that's like a stroke in Photoshop, you have it all here. I am not a huge fan. You have some nice color stuff. The styles, these are all ugly, I'm gonna be honest. File bin. Yeah, but the most important stuff is just and your snapping features. These are also helpful. But now we have to import the graphics. So we're gonna exit out of here. So you should always save your graphic. Sometimes there's little problems where it won't, text boxes won't appear on it when they should be, and you have to hit Ctrl+A and then export and stuff. So always just be saving, and then you don't have to worry about, just always save your work. It's basic. And the graphic you have to make inside Photoshop, and then you just use the LiveText to add text boxes to it. We're gonna start our production. So I have all the stuff over here in my DDR2. Maybe we can just pretend. So I already have number 1. This is the graphic I made earlier when I wasn't recording. And we're gonna go over here to created, wherever your file path is. What I did is I clicked the little add button over here in the corner. I don't know if you guys saw that. We're gonna go on testing, and then OTHS scoreboard test right here, and then boom, your graphic pops up. And if it's not popped up, you have a little fade control over here. So if I fade it out, fade it back in, it's right there. We're also gonna we're gonna add those other 2 graphics I made. So I made a halftime, except you have to make sure you're selecting the the CG XML instead of the PNG, because the PNG doesn't have the text boxes. That's the problem. So it's a halftime CG XML, boom, like that, and then you have your graphics. Just remember, I like to start off with the graphics faded, and then once the live stream starts, you actually like fade them in. I think that looks kind of cool. But other than that, good luck with your live stream. And another thing, I don't know why it was on the Express page. This just looks strange. You want it to actually be on Switcher, and then you get your full situation and everything looks normal. I don't know why it was on the Express. But then you have your camera 1, camera 2, your graphics, buffers, all that fun stuff that we don't use. Alright, well, good luck with your live stream. So I know I always put little additional end bits out here, but there is something where you can potentially import .psd files into the Tricaster. This is something where you might need a version like Tricaster Advanced Edition that we don't have. But if you're motivated, you're hardworking, you should try and figure that out, because importing PSDs would be a lot nicer, because honestly, NewTek LiveText is not that great of an application. It doesn't have zoom. It doesn't have a lot of like helpful stuff that other applications have, and we're kind of forced to use it. But yeah, good luck.